All the decadent horrors I have seen pale in comparison to that final, crowning thing. I could not look, nor could I look away.
And I'm sure we're going to be meeting that thing in good time. Hello everyone, Science Viking here. I apologize if I sound a little stuffed up. I am coming off of a cold, but the show must go on. Okay. So who do we have who definitely needs to de-stress? Okay, ooh, Belmus. It's unfortunate, I was hoping to actually get to use Belmus, because, well, he's awesome. But we're out of luck on Belmus. So Belmus, Bertrand, Papon, and Dismas. We have 4 people who need to de-stress. Okay. So Papon can only drink. Dismas cannot gamble. Bertrand is fine. Bertrand can do anything, and Belmus can't pray. Alright, so let's go to the Abbey. So let's send Belmus to meditation. Let's have Dismas. I was going to have Dismas go to the transept, but that would cost a lot. So, where's the bar? What do we got at the bar? Let's see. Yeah, I'll have Bertrand gamble. And I may as well have Papon drink, because it's the only thing that she can do. Let's see, I could have Dismas pray, or I could send Dismas to the brothel, which would cost even more. So if we're gonna de-stress him, it's gonna be through prayer, because it's the best option we got. I'm guessing it's because his resolve level is higher that de-stressing him is more expensive than de-stressing the other heroes. But, confirm treatment. So these are the people who are out of the mission for a while. Let's visit the blacksmith, and I actually want to upgrade the blacksmith. I don't have enough deeds. Yay. I could upgrade the furnace to reduce the cost of weapon and armor upgrades, but that's not really what I want. Let's see who's on the stagecoach. A leper, a grave robber, and a hellion walk into a cursed village that no one should go to for any reason. Alright, so what's the grave robber got? So flashing daggers debuffs the target and is kind of a ranged knife throwing type of ability. It reduces the target's bleed resistance but does not inflict bleed. Lunge is a fairly long range, but okay, so it's used from the back but it causes you to move forward. Does pretty good damage. It's, I think, the first ability we've seen with a positive damage plus 40% and does extra damage against Blighted, but it moves her forward so it can mess up your formation. Shadow Fade, well, we finally have someone who can give themselves stealth. And Thrown Dagger. Poison, the other ones, Poison Darts, Toxin Trickery, and Pick to the Face. Alright. Grave robber named Digby. That's rather on the nose. And the Hellion continues to be just kind of pure melee, basically. So, we still do not have any prospective heroes who have any healing abilities. And it would require deeds to upgrade any aspect of this. We don't have enough of those. Alright. Let's see if we can upgrade the guild. Alright. So if we had even more crests than the 34 of them that we already have, we could get Instructor Mastery. We could also get Training Regimen, which reduces the cost of skill training. Survivalist just costs crests. I already looked at the stagecoach and blacksmith. Let's see, tavern. Nobody's at the brothel. I'm going to increase the effect of the stress recovery from gambling.
Strong drink, a game of chance, and companionship. The rush of life.
Ooh, this uses busts. I'm actually going to upgrade both the cloister and the transcendent
Gilded icons
that...
and dogmatic rituals. For some, a tonic against the bloodshed.
on the grounds that we're already using them. Sanitarium doesn't warrant upgrades just yet, on the grounds that we're not really using it very much. Nomad Wagon, what can I get? I can reduce the trinket cost by 10% at the cost of basically all of my remaining crests. Graveyard can't be upgraded.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
What are you selling? Soothing Whistle. Only useful for the Houndmaster. Scouting, increased scouting chance and increased trap disarm chance. And the Dazzling Charm increased success rate of stun spells. Tome of Holy Healing. It's for the Vestal, but we can't afford it. It'd be great, but we can't afford it. And Dark Crown. Interesting. So it makes a hero resistant to stress and more likely to come out virtuous when tested if the torch level is up. The guild uses paintings. We don't have any of those. Alright. Who is likely to go on the mission? I'm bringing at least one of... Okay, so Feroy's going, and I'm bringing at least one of the low-rank people. So... Alright. Sackierville would probably go because I need somebody long range. Let me see what your preferred distances are. So you prefer to be in one of the back two positions. As do you. You are the Jester is very specific in where he likes to be placed. So we have two different people who would Reynold and Restalt who would make good candidates for front or for front. So we just need a center. So I'm not crazy about the Abomination class simply because of their transforming causes stress to the other heroes. How? Okay, Green Shot Blast can be used in middle front. Point Blank Shot can only be used at point blank. Pistol Shot can be used in middle front. Wicked Slice can be used in middle front. Alternatively, we have the option to receive a Hellion. Let's see, the Grave Robber... Let's see, you could do okay in middle front, but I don't like lunge very much. It would mess up my positioning too much. And you can't attack the front. I don't want someone in the middle front position who can't attack the enemy's front position. Because the point of the front two people in my team composition is to deal damage to the two... So let's see, you can heal yourself a little bit and cure Blight and Bleed on yourself as well as buffing yourself. Breakthrough basically means if you get forced back, you can charge forward. Iron Swan hits the enemy in the back, and Wicked Hack does pretty good damage and can hit one of the front two enemies. Alternatively, however, I could trade one of my two jesters who are redundant, and I don't particularly care for that class, for a second leper, because the leper class I actually do really like. Though this leper would not have solemnity, he would instead have intimidate, which bypasses stealth, marks himself as a target, causes damage, and but it reduces the enemy's ability to cause damage and reduces their speed. Purge. Oh, that is quite nice. Clears all corpses, boosts his accuracy, and throws the enemy's frontmost fighter all the way back, as well as hew and chop. And then, let me see about restaurant. So, this would actually make me want to put my, what's he called? My Crusader in center rear. Or in center front, I mean, rather than front front. So yes, actually, I think I want Rames. And he can just be my front guy. I mean, you've seen how much I love the Leper class. Having a second one will probably be a good idea. So let it be known forever that I love lepers. Alright, let's see if I can figure out how to dismiss this guy. I've done it before. Dismiss hero. Alright. He's redundant, so I'm dismissing the Jester with the lower resolve level.
Those without the stomach for this place must move on.
And I'm recruiting Rames. Alright. Let's check out the guild. Can't spend too much because we need to upgrade our equipment. Let's see if I can upgrade Feroy. Okay, Hound's Harry. Upgrading it would increase... Wait, bleed 110% base. Does that mean that it deals... Oh no, it's it would mean it's more likely to inflict bleeding, more likely to get critical hits, and more accurate if I were to upgrade it. Hound's Rush. Also, as upgrading it would cause it to have a higher chance of inflicting bleeding. Same severity of bleeding, but more likely to inflict it. And do more extra damage and be more likely to get critical hits. Blackjack, I wouldn't be able to use anyway. Cry Havoc. Okay, Cry Havoc is very nice. I think I want to upgrade Hound's Harry and Cry Havoc. And... Target Whistle just marks a target and does nothing else. I already have a... and then Lick Wounds allows him to heal himself, which could be useful. Mainly because I want to get rid of Blackjack, because I don't want my Houndmaster to be in center front or front. I want him to be in center rear or rear. So... But, okay, let's check out Unpronounceable. I could upgrade Sniper's Mark, which would cause it to reduce the target's dodge rate more, but that's about all. Suppressing Fire would cause it to inflict a worse debuff and be very slightly more likely to inflict critical hits. And Sniper Shot would do more extra damage to marked enemies and be a bit more likely to hit and do more critical hits. I already don't particularly like... Actually, Rallying Flare isn't bad. Clear stun, clear marked, reduce stress. Bola, however, could be nice. A chance of knockback and hits the two front enemies. I would give up Rallying Flare for that. Battlefield Bandage is a single target heal ability that also causes the target to receive extra healing for a while. Okay, I think I'm trading Rallying Flare for Battlefield Bandage, especially since since Rames already has Intimidate, which I think bypasses stealth. or de-stealths a target. So, yeah, you're learning Battlefield Bandage. Let's check out Restalt. That's not where I wanted to click on. Let's see, Zealous Accusation, slightly higher chance of critical, not really anything else. Inspiring Cry would allow it to increase the torch by a little bit more, and that's all. Smite would be slightly more accurate and do a little bit more extra damage to Unholy, and be slightly more likely to be crits. Zealous Accusation. I don't really need to upgrade any of those. Okay, I'd say we have a team for this one. Alright, let's embark. Okay, the front runner is the new Leper. Haven't upgraded him yet, and I don't really need to. Alright, center front is Restalt. Do I want to change which abilities he has equipped? Well, I can't, so I guess I don't want to. And then let me see. Sakerville can be equally good in rear or center rear. All of her abilities work equally well in both positions. Feroy, all of his abilities also work equally well in both rear and center rear. Let's go with. I think he has fewer hit points, so let's go with Feroy in center rear and Sakerville in far rear. I may have done that wrong. All right. Let's see. I could. I can't. I won't. This quest is beyond my experience. Yeah, I'm not actually going to go straight to the darkest dungeon right now. Let's see. So, what can we get from this? We can get deeds, which we desperately need, as well as the steady bracer, which increases the accuracy of ranged skills. You can get more deeds, and the blood charm, which increases bleed resistance. Defender's Seal increases prot, reduces curt, and we get us crests. We really seriously need deeds, so I'm only doing missions if deeds are one of the rewards. Yeah, that one's beyond our ability. So that's one of these two, and the question is which other rewards are better. Okay, the steady bracer is probably better. I'll probably give it to the unpronounceable, so that since she's already far in the back. So we are exploring 90% of rooms again. Alright? Let's provision the team. I'm bringing shovels this time. Make sure I bring plenty of food. Bit of anti-venom, don't need a lot. A skeleton key. A few more bandages. And plenty of torches. Alright. Well, we've spent the majority of our funds provisioning this, but I'd say we're ready. Embark! Does this mean that skeletons in general have high prot, or just that the minority of skeletons that have high prot are susceptible to blight attacks? I'm guessing it means skeletons in general have high prot, because anything with high prot is
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
Okay, let's pick ourselves a lovely destination. This is, this map is going to be a bit of a challenge. You know, while we have the majority of our resources, I'm actually going to go this way and then come back, because while we're not worn out, we're most likely to survive doing that. Well, let's investigate it. Oh. So I managed to get the... The leper is diseased! Who would have thought? The leper has a deadly disease! Alright. Suppressing fire on the two crossbow guys. I don't like... Oh, talking to you. And that's exactly what I was trying to prevent. Pretty sure these guys are unholy, but I'm using Inspiring Cry on... to to at least restore some hit points to this guy. And Hound's Harry. Let's see if these guys are susceptible to bleed. They're not, but dealing okay damage to all of them is nice. I'm not using Purge yet, I'm using Heal. And he's decided to go bump in the night, but it missed. Crap. Feroy is not having a good day. Let's stick with Suppressing Fire. And let's stick with Hound's Harry, because it at least damages the entire party.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And one of them's down. In this case, as the enemy kind of literally crumbles. Okay. And we can't exploit the knockback, but clearing all the corpses is nice. Oh crap. That is less nice. Okay, that missed. We're gonna have someone on death's door on the first mission, aren't we?
Continue
Okay.
the onslaught.
That's one of them down.
Destroy them all.
Right. Okay, they're at least primarily being forced to target my front line now. Hound's Harry will kill this guy.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Spire and Cry again, because otherwise you only damage corpses. And a sniper shot. And he's
the
dead.
fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
It's a good thing they gave us food. We need it. Okay, Feroy, just have a bit of a snack. Okay, he's full. I would assume this chest actually contains useful
A
stuff.
fortune. waiting to
Portraits
be
and
spent.
Archer's Ring. Probably going to equip that to the Unpronounceable. And a Skeleton Key. Okay, let's go to... Okay, this gets us a battle and a curio. Let's hope the curio isn't something horrifying. Who am I kidding? It will be something horrifying. Yeah, I'm not experimenting with that. That's gonna end in disaster. Okay. Rend for the old gods. I don't like the old gods very much.
The abyss returns.
You know, the fact that the accusation is being made by a crazy person doesn't make it less ridiculous that it causes damage. I mean, stressful... Oh, no, that also causes actual physical damage. Like, the idea of the crazy person yelling at you increasing your stress makes sense. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense that it would actually cause physical damage to you. Right? Zealous Accusation. Wow, that did a lot of damage. And Hew. And miss. Made a Hew and fail.
Gnawing uncertainty.
What?
The birthplace of dread.
Oh, lovely. I didn't realize that horror causes the character to suffer additional stress every round for a while. Wonderful. Fortunately, my front line is very durable because, well, we don't have a medic still. Okay, now they're all bleeding. Let's go with Suppressing Fire on the two back. Between Hew and Zealous Accusation, we should be able to put these two guys down.
Press this advantage. Give
And
them no
yeah, I
quarter.
guess the pen is mightier than the sword. Okay, you're bleeding. Have a bandage. Actually, use Purge. Oh, he's laying some truth bombs on us. Our stress level's going up. Okay, he resisted being pushed. That's good. Hound's Rush. On the one that's farther away. And he's dead. Dead with a crit, too. And everyone's stress level goes down. And Rallying Flare. Torch +3 and some de-stress. You have a bandage too. You get a bandage, and you get a bandage. And everybody's gonna need bandages desperately by the time this mission's over. And chop. That's how we do that. Ineptly.
Seize this momentum.
Right?
Push on to the task's end.
There. I don't entirely know what that did, but whatever. Actually, you know. See if you're still full. You're not. Alright. There, that's given us another empty inventory spot. Alright. And let's move to this room we've already cleared out, because, well, we're going to need to go back. We're going to need to double back a little bit. Try to keep the torch level up. Because, yeah, we're going with an inexperienced team because the experienced people are all stressed to the eyeballs, and we also don't have any decent medic. This is a problem. Hunger, however, is one thing we can handle. Though we are down to 8 food relatively early in the mission. Though we've already found some food during the mission, so we may be able to find more. Right. Ah, darn it.
Mechanical
Spikes.
hazards.
Why did it
Possessed
have to
by
be
evil
spikes?
intent.
Okay. This room had nothing in it. So let's move to this room. I'll leave that little extra one out. I want to minimize the doubling back because people's stress just kind of goes up continuously. And it's at this moment that I realize that we have the ability to make camp. I may end up doing that. I'm going to start with Rallying Flare. Actually, now I'm going to save Rallying Flare for later. For now, Sniper's Mark on the guy with the Tempting Goblet. Hound's Harry on everyone, because bleeding. Okay, the guy with the Bone Courtier resisted it, that's fine. Okay, he dodged it, good. Restalt is kind of a badass. And I jinxed it. And he's bleeding and debuffed. Well, Hugh. That's one of them gone. Hound's Harry. That's another of them gone. When will we learn there is nothing tempting about that goblet? And the reason why I set up Mark, Sniper Shot. That is how we do that.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
There, that should be enough food. One of these days, I will remember to use the bandages immediately, and there will be much rejoicing. The crate is empty, and somehow that actually feels like good news compared to what it could have been. Okay, this room's empty. On to this one. Is it my imagination, or is the torch level going down faster than usual? Don't answer that. I'll think I'm going crazy. And, well, let's be honest, I probably am.
Even the cold stone
And
seems
shovel.
bent on preventing passage.
This is why we bring shovels. Yeah, it really feels like the torch level is going down faster than usual. I don't know what's going on. On the other hand, a lot less combat than there's been. Ah, crap. Okay, in the next room, I think we should make camp, and I can learn what, camping skills do. Okay, and the room is even empty. Okay, so used to make camp.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Alright. Camping consists of two phases, meal phase and skill phase. During the meal phase, you choose how much they eat, which determines recovery. Make sure you have enough food. Skill phase allows you to spend rest points on different hero skills used for recuperation. So these would be the skills that we upgrade at the survivalist. Well, we only have 2, so we get half rations, which will succeed at not increasing stress and not causing damage. Well, half rations is at least something. Okay, so what are your camping skills? Wound care costs 2 time, heals 15% of one hero's HP. Unshakable leader reduces 25% stress, but only for yourself. And stand tall takes 15 stress away from a teammate. You have Bloody Shroud, increases your status effect resistance. Let the Mask Down reduces your stress but increases everybody else's stress. And Pep Talk reduces the stress another companion receives. So you have Hound's Watch, minus 20% chance the party is survive. Okay, so we're more likely to survive them, they're less likely to surprise us. Release the Hound increases the scouting chance. And you also have Pep Talk. You have Encourage, which reduces one guy's stress. Field Dressing, which heals one companion. And Marching Plan, which increases everybody's speed. Let's start with Field Dressing on Restalt, which is kind of injury.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Okay, I can't use that again. Next is Encourage on the Leper. Next is Stand Tall, also on the Leper, because he's the one who's going to be suffering a lot of stress. Next is, let's see, what else? You could use Marching Plan, you could use Unshakable Leader or Wound Care, which heals 15. I'm going to use Wound Care. And then, okay, and then you use, I'm actually going to have Restalt use Unshakable Leader to reduce the stress. And that's the end of our time. Because none of the camping skills anybody actually has. Oh, yeah, I'm not using Let the Mask Down. Just have a rest. Alright.
The light, the promise of safety.
And now we move to this room. I'm not sure if we'll have explored 90% of the room when we get to the end of this group of rooms, or if we're gonna have to double back. Alright. Hound's Harry or Cry Havoc. 3 of the 4 of them are immune to bleeding, so I'm gonna go with Cry Havoc because of stress. Everybody except the guy who used it, his stress goes down. And Accusation, but it wasn't a zealous accusation, so it only hits. This is how, silly crazy person, this is how you use Accusation. He's gonna be tested soon, isn't he? And Hugh. If Hue and Cry doesn't use it, doesn't work, let's use Hue and Chop. Okay, at least he's not targeting the Houndmaster again.
Festering fear
crap.
consumes the mind.
Okay, Quarrel is at least being aimed at someone who has some hit points. Hound's Rush, Hound's Harry, let's just go. And it only hit the corpse. Suppressing fire. Inspiring cry. We need to try and get this guy's health at least slightly less terrible. And Hugh again. This time it hit. He still survived though. Ah, Doomsay. Wonderful. We shall not survive, this I know. This is going worse than I expected, and I did not expect it to go well. Alright, suppressing fire will only hit one, so in that case, sniper shot on this guy. You know, part of being a sniper, Miss Unpronounceable, is that you're supposed to hit your target. You use Chop on the Bone Courtier, because this guy will die from bleed the next time he gets a turn. But now the Bone Courtier is also gone. And you use Inspiring Cry again. It only restores 1 hit point, but it's all we've got.
The slow death.
And the corpse is able to move forward somehow. And sniper shots. And you are within range of Chop. If only it would hit. Well then, Hound's Rush. And that did it! We found food!
As victories mount,
Take everything
so
we got.
too will resistance.
And we're gonna feed the most injured guy. Alright. It was literally on the tip of my tongue that the torch decrease rate appears to be lower. But no, the torch is decreasing at the same rate that it was. Okay, this is less likely to be something terrible. Yeah, it's merely already been looted. And Feroy's resolve managed to be tested out of battle, and it's hopeless.
There can be no hope in this hell. No hope at all.
Well, all we can really hope... I said it. I just said it. But all we can really hope for is getting the mission
The way
ended
is lit.
quickly.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
If we at least get to the end of this mission before too much craziness happens, then that might be enough. I mean, it's not looking good, but it's looked worse, I think. Yeah, that was not 90%. I'm gonna need to go to these two. That'll leave us with only one room unexplored, so... Of course, we're also now running out of torches. So, there's that. Out of food, we're running out of torches, we've got bandages and anti-venom, so I'm sure we'll be fine. There's absolutely no way that we're going to have any serious problems. There's absolutely no way that we're going to die horribly, and just
steel and war. But nary a thought given to the plow.
I brought 2 inventory spots worth of food, dude. We just went through more of it than I expected. Okay, the Iron Maiden, that's almost
Injury and
surely
despondence
disaster.
set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
I'll just settle for survival. We're almost there. Okay, this probably has some useful in it. Great, contains stashed heirlooms. Busts. Alright. That's good. And another trap.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Alright, Hound's Harriet. Won't cause bleeding because they're skeletons, but will always cause damage. Hugh. Let's see if we can thin their numbers out quickly. Sniper shot on this guy. That way he's dead. Stunning blow on the front guy. Let's see if we can stun him. We can stun him! Alright. Tempting Goblet, she's at 1 hit point and is being tested. Fearful. Alright.
fear and frailty finally claim their due.
Okay, he dodged it. It's okay, we're almost there, guys. Almost there. Okay, he's apparently getting 2 turns to R1. Sniper shot on this guy. You have 1 hit point, but I can't really heal you. And now you're at death's door, and I still
Perched
can't
at the
really
very
heal you.
precipice of oblivion.
Okay, this is... How are you gonna get yourself out of this one, Viking? Okay, step 1, purge. Step 2, Hound's Harry. And that one's dead, alright. Crushing Axe Blade. Missed. Alright. Smite on... Okay, this guy moved forward, smite him.
Eradicated.
He's gone, and he's gone with a critical. Haha! Which means he doesn't leave behind a corpse, forcing this guy to move forward, meaning that the leper can hit him. We've fallen for a red herring, and now we flounder. You know, that was not a bad use of your turn, alright? Hit this guy with chop.
This expedition at least promises success.
Okay, take all. And I'm gonna give up the contents of that chest because if I try to take the chest, we're going to be trapped in here. We're gonna have to find our way out by hand, so let's return to the hamlet. We survived.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
The stress levels are a little high, but we survived. And we got some heirlooms. And I think it was definitely the right choice to go for the quest that rewards us with deeds, because we didn't find any. They're the only heirloom we didn't find any of. Okay, everybody's resolve level went up. Okay, both of my lepers have slow draw now. What is it with being a leper and moving slowly? Alright, Feroy is nervous. And the unpronounceable has issues dealing with the unholy. Alright.
A fever of willful determination sweeps through the barracks.
They're a fearsome lot. Gritted teeth, distant stares, and between them an unbreakable bond of fellowship. Plus 15% virtue chance on the next quest. That's nice. Okay. Bertrand reduced his stress by 69 and is no longer fearful. Papon's recovered 56. Dismas is down 69. But he wishes to remain in prayer, so he's out for the next quest. Okay, Belmas is no longer masochistic, but he can't meditate anymore. Alright. Anyway, with the end of that quest, I'd say it's actually time to end the video. We've been going on for a little while, and if we do another quest, it'll push the video to over an hour in length. So, thank you all for watching. As usual, I love you all, and I will see you next time.